bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, wanted to go over a little bit of a tips and tricks guide for using this new second wind ability that we have right here. So there's a couple really key things to using the remote defib that we're going to get into. Number one is okay, so check this out. So we have the remote defib ability. So we'll go right here and we click on it and it says housing space revived 6. So this is currently bugged right now. If we go into the armory, guys, we look at the Grenadier, the unit size is 6 and the housing space revived for the remote defib is also 6, right? So therefore you should only be able to spawn one Grenadier at a time with it. So let's take a look at this. So we put out 2 boats of Grens here and we just let them get absolutely massacred by the machine guns, the rock launchers, and all that stuff. So then we throw the remote defib in the back, and based on what it says, it should only be reviving one Grenadier, housing space of 6. But look at this. We're actually able to get 3 Grenadiers back from one remote defib. So we're getting 3 Grens for 8 GB. That is absolutely insane. It's something that you should be aware of during your attacks. That, I guess the housing space is closer to 18 than actually 6. I'm not sure what that actually works out to when using it with other troops. But it's definitely key because you're able to throw these massive damage troops anywhere that you want to on the base. So it always comes back to base design, right? It always comes back to taking from the base what you want to, what it gives you, more or less. So we'll dive on into an attack here, guys, and see if we can use this to our advantage. So this guy has a centralized headquarters. So what we can take from this is once we get rid of this rocket launcher on the left side, there's, aside from the grappler, there's really nothing that's going to stop these Grens. So we'll go ahead and we'll try to take down this this grappler first, because that's going to be a massive nuisance. So we'll take down the grappler first, and then we'll try to take out this rocket here. We'll probably have to use 3 artillery on it because he does have a fair bit of ice. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and throw down Bullet. He's going to be able to tank the shock blaster. He's going to tank the boom cannon and everything like that. And then we're just going to throw the Grens in behind, and we're going to, once we open up the front and clear out this shock launcher and some of these rock launchers and the shock blaster, that's when we can use the remote defib to our advantage and just kind of spatter some Grens around. Now, we haven't actually lost any Grens just yet, but once we do, that's when we're really going to get the benefit of using the remote defib, obviously. So there's some Grens on the left hand. Okay, so we've lost 1 Grenadier. So we'll wait a second until we lose a couple more, and then we'll start spattering the Grens around. And you'll see right here. Okay, so now we've lost 2 Grens. So let's go ahead and throw the Grens in the back corner on this side. And the only thing that's going to be in range of them is going to be that machine gun. So we can actually throw a shock down here, and we can throw a medkit there. The medkit does work on the remote defib troops. So now we've completely destroyed the front of the base. Now we're working on the back of it, and these Grens in the back here are going to be able to farm up some GBE for us to take down, to just get even more value out of that. So for the cost of 8 GBE, we were able to put the Grens in the back there that have given their lives. We couldn't really see them very well because those pine trees, but for 8 GBE, we got 3 Grens back. They took out some defenses in the back, and they just netted us more gunboat energy than we had initially. So little tips and tricks like that, guys. We did get upgraded there. Woohoo, 820 VP. Big steps for the chicken, guys. We were previously, I got up to, what was it? I got up to 1248, 1250 once. I think it was 1250. We got to number 50 in Canada, but then we kind of just gave up on that. Okay, so for this base, this is good because he has all of his splash damage together. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let the Grens kind of run loose. Again, we're going to throw a Bullet out in front, and we're going to use them like this, and then we're just going to work away on some of this stuff in the back here. We'll throw down some super artilleries on that shock blaster and that shock launcher. Get those taken care of nice and early. Then we'll go like this and like this. We'll throw another barrage down on this guy. And this guy has the stone mega crab statue, a rare sight, a very rare sight, guys. Go like that. We'll throw a couple of artilleries down on that rocket launcher, and you see how easy this is going to be once we get some of these Grens going in the very back here. Now we have lost a handful of them, so we should actually be able to get quite a bit in the back, and they're just completely protected. We've got this whole pocket cleared out, and now we have kind of like a 2-stage attack. We got Grens working from the back, we got Grens working from the front, and they're just doing massive damage. I could honestly just I can honestly just not even worry about the Grens in the front at this point, because we don't even need them anymore, because these second wind Grens are just doing so much damage. We'll get a couple more going there, because we did lose a few more Grens, and look at this, guys, like, you clear out a little safe pocket like that, and look at all the troops that we have there. We basically have our whole army composition in the back of the base to supplement our main kill squad in the front, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, things like that using the remote defib, especially with the paired with the grand movement speed, it's just unbelievable right now. So this is another fantastic base for this to work against, guys. So what we'll do is we'll take out this shock launcher first, and basically, unless the base is really, really bad, actually what we could do here is we could attempt to just take down this base using nothing but the rifleman's second wind troops. So let's see if we can try to do that, guys. We'll take down this rocket here next. And we'll throw some second wind troops in the back and see if we can get a nice little core snipe going. It's going to be tricky because these rockets are still going to be in range. So we'll throw a couple artilleries on this guy. Hopefully that's enough to take him down, which it is. Okay, and then we'll start with the second wind troops right about here. And we do want to make sure that we shock this flamethrower because they're just riflemen, right? So they're going to get roasted pretty quickly. I don't think it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get it, but we did clear out the back area, but I mean that was a lot of GB. I'm not gonna say that was a good strategy. So we'll shock these flamethrowers here, and I was able to do this recently. So we'll try to use the critters here, and maybe if they can take down these flamethrowers, then maybe we'll be able to get some work done. But I mean, if nothing else, we got the entire back area open. So all we really need to do now is somehow find a way to get the Grens back there. You can also flare right onto the HQ. Once you do that, but I mean, for how bad that, we only had 100 GB, and for how bad we did there trying to keep them alive, I mean, we got the whole back area open, so if we had, like, even a couple boats of Zukas and enough gunboat energy, we could just smoke them right to the back. So we'll go ahead and we'll use Grens to clear out the front again, and then maybe we'll farm up enough GB to put some more second wind troops back there to finish this base off. But yeah, it's really interesting. I really like using the remote defib. It's a really strong ability, especially these back corner bases. You are actually able to take down the HQ just using them sometimes. What you could also do is throw a bullet with energy drink at the back, and then just use them from that way. So we'll go like this. We might actually be getting some Grens here because we did lose one. So we'll go like that, and we should be able to take down that flamethrower. Okay, so none of them are going to go for the flamethrower, which is fine. Alright, so we did get one there to take it down. And then, hopefully we should be able to farm up enough GB here in a minute to get some more second winders going in the back. And yeah, like, we don't even have to control these Grens. We just throw them out and they just destroy everything. Like, we could have done this exact same attack just throwing out the Grens, and nothing would have really came from it. So we'll go like this, and then we'll shock the boom cannons here. We'll get a super artillery going in on this guy, and at this point, guys, the attack is already over. We can just go ahead and flare directly onto the HQ, which is pretty crazy, and throw a couple of super artilleries down there for the win, and boom, Noel goes down. Back. So I think that is pretty well going to wrap up for the video today, guys. Just wanted to go over some simple tips and tricks for using the remote defib. We only have it for a couple, what is it, one more day? Or a couple more days. I thought it said April 8th, so by the time this comes out, it'll be gone, so it'll be completely... good timing chicken. So how to use the remote defib after it's already gone. That is going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. The traders coming in and out. I did go ahead and buy up some of these red crystals in exchange for ice crystals. That's always a good idea if you don't have a perfect troop damage masterpiece or troop health one, which most people don't. Other than that, I also got the 15 tickets for 500 diamonds. If you have the diamonds, it's worth it. This we have to farm up still. We definitely need to get that 5 hero tokens for 6 million gold. We only have a day left to do that, but that's definitely going to be worth it as well, guys. So guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out.